Hey you guys, what is up? What is good? How you doing? Ashley here with AHM Artistry, and today we are going to be putting a Jeffree Star Magic Star Concealer to the test of being an eye primer. I picked up the shade C0. Yes, that is what I was hanging on to and teasing in the last video where I reviewed the concealer and the powder. I picked this up because it just looked like the perfect white base, white canvas for laying down some pigmented shadows, for cutting that crease. So we're going to be doing all of that today. We're going to be putting this through the test, seeing how, it goes on. Is it smooth? Does it get skippy on you? Does it get patchy? Are the shadows easy to blend on top, or are they just like, a creamy hot mess? And I know he didn't intend to make this as an eye primer. This is a concealer, so we do need to keep that in mind as we're going through it. That is awesome that he made a concealer that is fair enough in tone to help people with that very, very, very pale skin. But I'm a multi-purpose girl over here, and I want to find out if it's good as an eye primer too, because I needed a new white eye primer, concealer, whatever, to cut that crease, to lay down that base. So perfect timing. So we're going to be testing that out today. I've already gone into specifications. These are $22, and the price breakdown and everything like that is on my previous video where I reviewed the concealers. So you can check that out. I will link it down in the description box, and you can watch it now, or you can watch it later, or whatever you want to do. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. So if that all sounds good and dandy to you guys, then you know what to do, honey. Sit back, hang tight, and keep on watching. Alright, so here's the Jeffree Star Magic Concealer in C0, which is completely white. Here's a little swatchy poo of that. So $22, and there has been some, discussion about price per ounce and the value you get. So really quickly, I just looked up white concealers, white bases that you guys could do instead. If you would like, I haven't tried these ones out, but just throwing it out there, ColourPop has a white concealer for $6.50. Morphe sells their white concealer for $9. Makeup Revolution has their Conceal and Defined concealer that has a white one for $7, and then their Cut Crease Canvas is $9 for the white one. I don't particularly like the Cut Crease Canvas. I have used that one, not in the white one. I've used the porcelain one, like super fair one, and I just felt like it made the colors not pop that well. It made the longevity go down, so I would personally stay away from that one. Maybe try the other concealers first. But today we are going to review this one. We're going to see if that maybe is worth your coin. If it's like groundbreaking, then maybe you don't need to look any further. Who knows? So let's go ahead and start. P.S. Full disclaimer, I am getting over a cold, so I'm going to sound a little bit weird. Sorry, I have to pre-film as much as possible because I have a trip coming up, and you gotta do what you gotta do, baby. So to start off, I'm going to put some concealer on the back of my hand, and I'm going to be working from there as my palette. Got a little bit on my brush, and I'm going to carve out underneath my eyebrows. I used the C7 concealer yesterday to prime my eyes. I just did a blank eye in that video, but it seemed to work really well, so I'm very optimistic about this white concealer as a base. Oh, it's not getting patchy, it's not shearing out or anything. That's looking real good. Like when I'm using the Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas, it gets a little patchy as you're working with it, and that's not great. And I'm gonna cover my entire lid with this concealer. I'm gonna take it right into the inner corner, so when I place some shimmer or color there, it'll just like kind of make it pop, Cool, I'm gonna go do the other eye, I'll be right back. Now I'm gonna be using the Blood Sugar palette for this look, and I'm gonna start with Glucose, the white shade, right onto the underside of my brow, all along that area, because that's the only part that I like to set, because I like the the pigments to be able to stick onto the primer / concealer. And P.S. I am not having any kind of creasing or anything, so that is good. It means I can work on both eyes at the same time, which I appreciate. Now I'm going to take my Sigma E25 brush. It's a flat blending brush, and I'm going to dip into Prick. We're just going to go for it, baby. That bright red shade right there. I'm going to pat it onto the crease, and then I'll go in and blend it. Wow, it's keeping it very bright. I'm feeling kind of bold, feeling kind of crazy. So I think I'm just gonna do Prick right there, and then I'm gonna go in with Cavity, that hot pink shade. Let's see what that looks like right next to that. So I'm gonna take my blending brush now, dip back into a Prick, and just blend out and soften that edge. Wow, that is blending out so nice. It's not dragging on the concealer or anything. Everything is just just blending right on. Really enjoyable to use, honestly, really enjoyable. So now I'm going in with Cavity, the hot pink shade, and just blending out that edge. All right, now I want to deepen up the crease a little bit, so I'm going to go in with Fresh Meat right here, right underneath the red, not underneath, in the crease of the red, just to kind of give it some dimension. Oh yeah, and this is a Sigma E36 brush right here, little itty bitty tiny guy. And I'm going to go in with a mix of, what is this, Root Canal and Extraction, just to make it a little bit deeper purple in the crease of the pink one. Perfect. Time to cut that crease, and I think I'm gonna do like a little reverse situation because I think that might look cool. So I'm gonna do like that hot red prick right there, and then the pink shade right there, Cavity, or maybe Root Canal. We'll see. I'm gonna take a little bit on the back of my hand again, and I'm gonna only work on one eye at a time because that's how I like to do it. I don't like to risk the fact that it may transfer because I have slightly hooded eyes, so that's what I'm gonna do. And this red is pigmented, so make a little tiny bit of a challenge, but it's totally doable. You know what, I think I'm gonna do like a white stripe for this, kind of like I did when I tested the other primer, the Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas. That was actually a really good test to see if the product transfers. So I'm gonna do something like that. Okay, that's going swimmingly. This time I'm gonna round it though. I'm not gonna wing it, I'm gonna round it. Now I'm just gonna set the edge of the cut crease with the white shade Glucose. Now I'm gonna do the prick shade over on this side, and I wanna really, hopefully it'll really pop, but I'm obviously not gonna bring it all the way up to the edge. I'm gonna create a little space. You know what? I wanna make that more vibrant, so I'm gonna take a sweetener, this one right here, and I want to shine it up a little bit. Ooh, yeah, good choice, good choice. Now I'm gonna go in with the purple shade Root Canal. I think that will look really cool, but I'll probably put candy floss or sweetener on top of that. Make sure to blend the two shades together. It'll make sense when my whole makeup's done. So I'm gonna go to the other eye really quickly, and then we'll just do lower lash line, baby. All right, so it was looking a little bit dull. So over on this side, I already kind of did it. It's not as bright as I wanted to, but I was going in with this really fine eyeliner brush and just kind of going over the liner area and then setting it. But it didn't work great. It works really white when you first put it down. And then like as you move it around, it just kind of like fades a little bit. It's nitpicking, but it's just not like as stark as a white eyeliner, but it's a concealer, so that's okay. I just want to show you guys, in case you're wondering if you can use this as a white eyeliner. I think it's a little too creamy for that, and you have to set it. So that's interesting and wild. I may change it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's do a little bit of the lower lash line, but I literally have no idea what to do because this is a lot of colors going on. I think I'm just gonna go in with Prick on the lower lash line. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. Nothing too crazy. I did a little bit of the same purpley mix of Root Canal and Extraction just by the lash line. So I'm gonna go do liner, lashes, and the rest of my face. Hopefully this look will all come together, show you what that looks like, and then give my overall thoughts. So let's check it out. All right, you guys, makeup is all done. Now I kept you zoomed in just so you could see everything. So overall, I think as just like a white eye primer to help colors pop, this concealer looks great doing it that way. I really enjoyed that experience, carving out the brows, really blending the pigments onto the concealer was no problem. It was a breeze, really beautiful. It didn't drag too much like some primers and concealers can do. It was easy to cut the crease, but you did have to layer a little bit, especially if you're working with pigments like the blood sugar. I mean, that's pretty standard. The only thing that I would say is if you're getting it to do kind of like a white eyeliner kind of look, I didn't really enjoy it for that personally. I just think that it's a little difficult when you're working in like really small sections, because then if you need to like go back and layer it, then it kind of drags. I think it's just like a basic primer with that white pop, and then as a cut crease or a halo, I think it works really well for that. It's been on for like an hour now and I'm not seeing any kind of fading and creasing or anything on the shadow, just on that line. I mean, honestly, I'm tempted to throw on a white eyeliner just to make that really pop, but we all know how white eyeliner goes on my channel, not well. And quite frankly, I'm gonna wash this off soon because I need to like go in a steam room or something. I don't know. I just need to take another bath. All right, my love bugs, thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this little video. And thank you for those of you who powered through all the way to the end, even though I don't sound like myself. This cold is just so annoying. I'm kind of doing that thing where I pretend like I'm fine and hopefully it'll just go away. Kind of like in Jurassic Park when they see a T-Rex and you're supposed to like freeze and hopefully it'll go away. That's how I'm treating this cold. But if you are new here and just happen to stumble upon my face for the very first time, I would love it so much if you go down and hit that little red subscribe button. That way you get notified when I post, which is usually at least 3 times a week. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope that every single one of you out there, yes you, I hope you have a great, freaking wonderful, happy, lovely day.